Oscar Wilde, The Picture of Dorian Gray, Part 26. I am due at the Athenaeum. It is the hour when we sleep there. All of you, Mr. Erskine, 40 of us in 40 armchairs. We are practicing for an English Academy of Letters. Lord Henry laughed and rose. I'm going to the park, he cried. As he was passing out of the door, Dorian Gray touched him on the arm. Let me come with you, he murmured. But I thought you had promised Basil Hallward to go and see him, answered Lord Henry. I would sooner come with you. Yes, I feel I must come with you. Do let me, and you will promise to talk to me all the time. No one talks so wonderfully as you do. Oh, I have talked quite enough for today, said Lord Henry, smiling. All I want now is to look at life. You may come and look at it with me, if you care to. Chapter 4. One afternoon, a month later, Dorian Gray was reclining in a luxurious armchair in the little library of Lord Henry's house in Mayfair. It was, in its way, a very charming room, with its high panelled wainscoting of olive-stained oak, its cream-coloured frieze and ceiling of raised plasterwork, and its brick-dust felt carpet stone with silk lawn fringed Persian rugs. On a tiny satinwood table stood a statue by Claudine, and beside it lay a copy of Les Sand novels, bound for Margaret of Valois by Clovis Eve, and powdered with the gilt daisies that Queen had selected for her device. Some large blue china jars and parrot tulips were arranged on the mantel shelf, and through the small lidded panels of the window streamed the apricot-coloured life of a summer day in London. Lord Henry hadn't yet come in. He was always late on principle, his principle being that punctuality is the thief of time. So the lad was looking rather sulky, as with listless fingers he turned over the pages of an elaborately illustrated edition of Manon Lescaut that he had found in one of the bookcases. The normal monotonous ticking of the Louis Quarters clock annoyed him. Once or twice he thought of going away. At last he heard a step outside and the door opened. "How late you are, Harry," he murmured. "I'm afraid it is not Harry," Mr. Gray answered a shrill voice. He glanced quickly round and rose to his feet. "I beg your pardon, I thought you thought it was my husband. It is only his wife. You must let me introduce myself. I know you quite well, but by your photographs. I think my husband has got 17 of them." "Not 17, Lady Henry." "Well, 18 then." "And I saw you with him the other night at the opera." She laughed nervously as she spoke and watched him with her vague forget-me-not eyes. She was a curious woman, whose dresses always looked as if they had been designed in a rage and put on in a tempest. She was usually in love with somebody, and as her passion was never returned, she had kept all her illusions. She tried to look picturesque, but only succeeded in being untidy. Her name was Victoria, and she had a perfect mania for going to church. That was at Lohengrin, Lady Henry, I think. Yes, it was at dear Lohengrin. I like Wenger's music better than anybody's. It is so loud that one can talk the whole time without other people hearing what one says. That is a great advantage, don't you think so, Mr. Gray? The same nervous staccato laugh broke from her thin lips, and her fingers began to play with a long tortoise-shell paper knife.